So, good evening, everybody. And this is another session of Free to Heal. We are formerly incarcerated and loved ones who come together every week so that we can heal from the ravages of mass incarceration, heal the wounds, the scars, get through the process of a reentry so that all of us will learn something and be better people. And tonight, um, what one of our family members, because we are a family here, has decided that she wants to talk about something, and I'm going to turn it over to her to let her explain to you what's on her heart and mind today.
Hello, everyone. I want to talk about just being grateful. The point of what I'm saying this for is just to being grateful of just getting up this morning and your fingers, your legs, your eyes, your hearing, everything's working for you. Everything when you woke up this morning, everything was working. Just starting off when you're getting up out the bed, just being grateful. Just being grateful that you have a place, you have a job, you have your lights, your gas on, got a little change in your pocket, you got a car. You don't really have no reason to be stressing. And because stressing ain't gonna change that no way. But just being grateful that you can learn to live and think and move like that every day, to start your day off just like that. When you step out to the world where everybody is located and moving and grooving, doing what they gotta do, they can see that in you and you can pass it on to somebody else. That's why I just want to talk about just being grateful for everybody. For myself, I start my day off every morning with a prayer. Soon my eyes open, I start my prayer. I do that for like an hour and 35 minutes. Sometimes it might do 2 hours. Depends on what's all going on up in here. Because every time when you wake up, it always ain't feeling right. Everything ain't working right. So you got to reel it back in and start over. So that's sometimes I have to do that before I even get the coffee, before I even start doing something else. I got to reel it back in so I can be grateful every day I wake up. Every moment I'm grateful. Every second I'm grateful. I'm not no perfect person. I've made mistakes like everybody else. But at this point in my life, at 56, 59 years old, I'm grateful. And I'm glad I had a chance to experience this before I left here. I'm very grateful. And thank you.
And what's so great about that is I will tell you that in my experience, focusing on being grateful for what I have has always been the conduit or the vehicle that everything else comes from. I always wind up with more of what I'm grateful for and more things to be grateful for. If we focus on, I just saw something on Instagram that Iyanla Van Zant posted, and she was talking about if you don't like, what's going on in your life, you need to change what you're thinking, and that's literally the theme of the film that I wrote and produced called Something About Mother, and that is that you have the ability. See, we're oftentimes we're taught that life is just happening and whatever. No, you get to produce the life you get to produce the life that you want by what you concentrate on. When you focus on what's good for you and what you're grateful for and those things you like, you're going to bring more of those things to you. When you focus on and complain about stuff, that Yala's big thing was stop complaining. Stop complaining. Change what you're doing, but stop complaining about stuff. And that is part of the reason people complain is they're not grateful for the little things. They're not grateful for the little things. You guys come this way to me. Come around here so you guys can, yeah. Come over here, Ben. So they're focusing on the things that they're not happy about, the things that they don't have. And those are the things that cause you to have more of what you don't want. So people often feel like, well, I don't have no control over that. Okay, that's because you tell yourself you don't. Yes, you do. Okay. Something somebody said when we were doing our check-in, which we don't record, but during the check-in, somebody was talking about um oh gosh, the thought just left me. Oh my God, it was something that I wanted to say. But the bottom line is this, is that when we're grateful and we think about the things that we have, there a lot of the people in here have been in prison for a long time. The difference between your best day in prison and your worst day out here is enormous. Okay. There are things that you can't control when you're in there. Oh, I know what it was. It was about making choices. What landed people in prison usually were bad choices.
Absolutely.
Okay? There are people who are innocent who didn't do nothing to wind up in prison, but people who committed crimes that wound up in prison, those people made bad choices. And I will even venture to say some people who weren't guilty of whatever it was, they kept themselves in a circle of people who were doing bad things, and it's still a bad choice. So um, the reality is that if we choose and select our circle wisely, if we choose and select what we do wisely, if we understand that when we focus on negative, we're going to bring more negative to us, we will see our lives change. I can only tell you that because that's what worked for me to change my life. That doesn't mean that my life is perfect. That doesn't mean that I don't have problems. That doesn't mean the challenges won't come. It simply means that there's a place that I can go to look to make it better. And if we're going to, this is a support group, it is an information center, it is a place for those so we can heal. If I heal, then I'm not bleeding on the next person that's not responsible for the last person that hurt me or cut me. See, I'm responsible. I'm not responsible for what somebody did or things that happened to me, but I am responsible for my healing. That I am responsible for. I'm responsible to make sure that I get up. I'm responsible to make sure that I do the work to heal. I need to understand what's real and what's not. I need to understand sometimes we create these stories in our heads about what the world is doing or whatever, and what we wind up doing is creating this narrative, and we only see things that fit into that box. We see ourselves in a box, we put ourselves in a box, and we only see ourselves in that box.
It's constant work. It's constant. You can't give up on yourself. That's the number one goal. Don't give up on yourself because it's constant work every day, all day, 24 hours a day. It's all the work on you. That's everybody's problem. They want to put everybody before them. I can't put nobody before me. I'm gonna take care of me. If I put everybody before me, I gotta take care of me first.
And that was particularly as women, we were socialized to make sure that everybody else was okay.
Yeah, that was.
We were trained and raised
Yes,
that way. Our job was to make sure everybody around us was okay, even if nobody said it. The way we watched our mothers and different people function, our grandmothers, that's what we did, because we believed that that's what it was.
Unconsciously, I lived that life for years. Years. I lived it for years. I made sure everybody else around me was okay, even if I wasn't feeling good, I wasn't up to part, or I didn't feel like even doing it myself. I made sure everybody else was okay. I never took the time to sit down and say, "Hey, Doc, how you doing today?" I never thought like that because I was so worried about everybody else. Make sure everybody else was okay. Now I worry about how I'm feeling first. How I'm gonna start my day today. How I'm gonna end my night tonight. What I'm gonna do with me today. All through my day, I think about me first. What you want to eat, baby? Oh, we want to taco mamas. All right, that's what we doing.
This taco eating sister right here, if she eat another taco, y'all, if she eat another taco, I'm just saying. Okay, I'm just saying. Oh my God. Okay.
My people. But anyway, I love.
Okay.
But
they know her order. They know her voice, and they know her. Okay.
But what I'm saying is, it starts with you. The gratefulness starts with you. That's all I'm saying. It starts with just you, and you have to constantly work on that.
Yeah.
Because you've been living a lifestyle for so long. It seems normal, but when you start working on you, that don't seem normal. It don't feel normal. It don't feel good. Because I'm always called, "Hey, what you doing? How you doing?" Now I don't pick up my phone and call no fucking body.
And they ain't calling you either, are they?
No.
No.
Because I'm not doing nothing for them.
Right.
And which I'm okay with that. I'm fine with that. That don't bother me. You might think it's not bothering me because I'm working on me. So I'm not worried about you. I'm working on me. And that's what I'm saying. I'm working on me. I'm working on Diane. I'm working on her. I'm not worried about what you're doing over there. And that's why I'm being grateful for just me now.
And what I want to ask Ben, I want to ask you, tell me something you're grateful for.
Like Mr. Diana said, for the day God gave it to me.
Uh-huh.
And then soon I get up in the morning, I said, thank God, because I had another day, I had another opportunity to do the best I can.
Yeah.
You know, and many people, they can, you know, they like wake up no more. You know, many people, they go to sleep, they're not, you know. If we had a chance to say things for everything, you know, how grateful we are, then we have to do everything good. You know, but that's the way to be grateful when we act good actions. You know?
Yeah.
You know, and I learned, you know, I learned to survive and now live a life grateful with God, of course, with the people who surround me, you know. And I try to work, do the best I can to feel good.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a very important. Feel.
Yes, because that's
How
hard.
you feel.
Because that's the hard part.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's not easy.
No.
You know, and it's easy because there is a day I was thinking on myself, you know, say one day could be with my mom. I really have my mom again, you know. Sometimes not my, you know, my faith, you know. But now I said, thank God because they give me the chance to restart. And I said to everyone, those who yes get released, you know, I know you're gonna have a problem to yourself, but you do everything right. Don't worry. Yeah. We had a lot of people who wanna help us, you know.
Yeah.
And just be strong.
And because, yeah, you're right. There are people who are out here to help. There are people that genuinely care and that are willing to help. So it's important to realize that people will help you. One of the things you have to be willing to do is ask for help and accept the help.
Accept the help.
You got to be willing to be vulnerable and expose the fact that you need help. And particularly with men, it's very difficult to ask for help. It has been historically for men. So I just encourage all of anybody listening.
It's okay to ask
for help. Okay to ask for help.
Okay, we all need it.
Yes. And understand that it's going to get, it's better for you if you ask for help. And what I found is when I let myself be vulnerable and ask for help, I get exactly what I need. And that's not just me. I've seen it with men and women. We've talked about it here a couple of times. The importance of being willing to ask for help and let people that you know that you need something or that you're struggling with something. Again, it's one of the reasons that we do Free to Heal, because coming out of incarceration is a unique experience. And those of us that were just loved ones, we experience it different than you as the person who was incarcerated. But we all need support because there are people who are going to, there are things that the person coming home is going to go through that as loved ones, we just don't understand. We don't know. And because you're not telling us and you're not explaining it, it makes it more difficult for us to, because it's like we're missing each other. So know that this is important for everybody. What I want to do is I want to ask Harry, I want to ask you to unmute and tell me some things. Okay, the person, Harry, I want you to unmute and turn your camera, Harry. There you go. And I want you to tell me something you're grateful for. What you grateful for, Harry?
Lorraine, I'm just grateful just to be out, be free. I'm grateful for the opportunities that I have, you know, that I never thought I would be receiving since I've been out. The doors I'm walking through, there's been so much, you know, that I'm grateful for, you know.
Awesome.
I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for God. My Lord and Savior Jesus Christ made everything possible for me, right? First and foremost. And I'm grateful for just the opportunity of sharing and having this group that I have here, this platform with you and everybody else that here that joins, right? That's what I'm actually grateful for, because this is the support that I need, and we all need that, right? And that's what I'm actually grateful for. Actually, just being here with everybody here. Thank you. Thank you for that.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing.